Herlina, I am so excited to have this conversation with you, but I want to get started first, Herlina. For those that are going to be listening or watching this later, can you introduce yourself? Where are you from? Just tell us a little bit about yourself, Herlina.
Mm, I'm I am from Indonesia. Uh, Recently, live in uh, I live in Louisville, Kentucky, America. Then because my husband studying in seminary, so yeah, I'm
Nice.
with yeah. My
Okay.
husband bring it all family here, so we have been
Nice.
here 7 years.
7 years. Now, it's very interesting to hear you say that you came from Indonesia to Louisville, Kentucky. A lot of students or a lot of English learners go to California or Florida. So you said your husband is in seminary. What seminary is he studying at right now?
Southern Baptist, Southern Baptist Theological Seminary.
Ah,
Um, he chose here because yeah the doctrines, the denominations, and then
yes.
weather, the weather, and then
Do you like the weather too?
so far, yes, it's not too cold.
Mhm.
He has another options is in I forgot the name, north,
Uh-huh.
in the north.
Uh-huh.
I forgot the seminary names that it's cooler than here. Yeah,
Ah,
and then another one is Virginia, I think. Yeah, the
okay.
Liberty. Yeah, Liberty. Uh, Liberty Baptist Theological Seminary.
Uh-huh.
That's a little bit cooler than here, so he chose here.
Nice. Well, I'm so glad that you're here in America. I haven't had the opportunity to meet you just yet, but you're closer than having to go to Indonesia. So it's nice to meet you.
Nice
Now,
to meet you.
Herlina, I want to know all about your English journey. Again, the purpose of these one-on-one meetings, honestly, I want to get to know you and the other English learners. So, can you tell me, when did you start studying English and why did you choose English?
It's a long story of so yeah. Long story short, um, I have to learn the English because I have to get the TOEFL test, and then I um, looking for watch the YouTube, and then your video come pop up, and then I watch, and then I feel like okay, and then I saw your program and everything, and then I feel like it seems that okay, I choose this one. I can afford it.
Listen, that's very important. I can
Yes,
afford it.
I can afford it. Then I know take time. I don't want to. I mean, uh, TOEFL. I don't want to just pass it, but I
Mm,
want to learn a language that's a part of my life. So wherever I pass the TOEFL, I still can speak confidently. Not
mhm.
like or yeah, I already passed the TOEFL, and what, and then yeah, I want to acquire the language, and then the same that I learned Mandarin.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's my purpose. That's why I joined your uh speak English like a native.
Of course. I like what you said, Herlina. You said you wanted to learn a language that was a part of your life. And at the very beginning, you said that, you and your husband, and I'm sure the rest of your family, moved to America. You came to America, right? He's studying at the seminary now, but you're surrounded by English now, right? For the last
Yes,
7 years. So I like that you said you wanted to learn a language, not just to pass the TOEFL test. You wanted to learn a language that you're going to use on a regular basis. So I like that. Now, I do want to ask you this question then. So being an English teacher, I've talked to literally thousands of students during my time as a teacher. And many times there are things that you enjoy and things that are actually difficult. So for you, Herlina, what is the hardest thing about studying English?
Okay. The hard thing is, if you look at your friends, you
Mm.
compare to your friends, you compare to the others. Like in the group, I mean the telegrams. Example in the telegrams, I said, okay, I want to like him, I will like her, and I mean that's put me down. I said,
Mm.
okay, um, it's not a lot of level in that our family, and then
Mm-hmm.
I have to realize, I mean, being uh, reality and okay, step by step. Um, don't look at the neighbor uh, yard or grass. Just
Exactly.
yeah, being well, and then uh, step at the time. Okay, you can do that. Just take time. Take time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, because if I compare to another person, it's a very uh stress me,
Yeah,
frustrated. Yeah.
it's a very
So
good point. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So um, yeah. I just listened to another person that said you have to be enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I flashback and look at um my backgrounds when I learning Mandarin. I said okay, at that time I also enjoy that. And then I need how to improve my language is I put it in the sport. Like when you pop up the uh, link, then the offer in the Telegram said, I want to have the conversation one by one to 2 minutes. I said, okay, this is the right time.
Yes, exactly. You're right. Taking action is so
Yeah,
important. You're right.
I mean, this will take a lot of breath to do that. I know that um remember that a statement from you. You said, "Be confident before you speak." Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good idea. And then I experienced it because when I don't feel confident, I will and then the words is stuck in my mind that cannot come out. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why, uh, yeah, be
Good,
confident and
good.
you will speak well.
Good. I
Just
want to let you know that I'm very proud of you. I'll be honest. I know it's not easy to speak in English and then to speak with your teacher, and it's for a long period of time, but I'm proud of you. I can tell that you are choosing your words, you are thinking before you're speaking, and I'm proud of you. So you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, Herlina.
thank you. Thank
You're
you, Mr. Tiffany.
welcome. Now,
Mm-mm.
I like something you said as you were explaining about the hardest thing about English, comparing yourself to others. You mentioned something very important that I also believe, enjoying the process. And you said, hey, I enjoyed when I learned Mandarin. When I was studying Mandarin, I enjoyed that. Let me enjoy English. So let me ask you this then. What do you enjoy the most about studying English?
I never I never thought about that.
Oh no,
That's
oh
a
no.
good question. That's a good question. I mean, yeah, speaking, well, speaking with the tutor or have the partner, pay attention and patient
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then I'm very enjoyed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we can feel, we can read that people body language is like not comfortable with talking to us. So I went, okay. That's why here in America, I realized that if I speak to over 50 years old, they have the patience and pay attention, waiting for us to,
Yes.
talk. Uh, I'm very enjoyed it. If under 50, no patience. No patience, except they are learning English, they are learning another language, or
Exactly.
have been in abroad. Yeah,
Exactly.
they know that learning English is not easy. They can speak one language, and in the other hand, I can speak at least two language
Yes.
or three languages.
That's very true. That's a very good point. Older people are a lot more patient. That's true. And
Yes,
younger people are impatient. But you also made a good point. Those that have learned another language, example for me, I learned Korean. So I always tried to be patient with my students. But once I started learning Korean, I understood how challenging it was to start learning a language as an adult. So you're right, being patient. And I like that you said, when someone is patient with you, when someone is willing to listen to you, that helps you enjoy the process even more. It's kind of like they're understanding what you're saying, right?
yes, yeah.
Good. I like that. I like that. Now, you mentioned this earlier, but I want to ask you once again, just for clarity. You said, now you've been a part of my family for a while, our family. But can you say which program did you enroll in specifically from the Speak English with Tiffani Academy? There are multiple programs, but which program did you enroll in?
Okay, the one that uh, speak English like a native.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And can you tell me, when did you join our family, the Speak English Like a Native family? When did you join that family?
I think last February or early March. Yeah.
Early March of 2022. Okay. Now, let me ask you this then. I know you said you saw me on YouTube and you said, okay, it's affordable. I can afford it. Let me join Teacher Tiffani's program. How have you felt? Now, you joined around March or February, right? And now, at the time of this recording, we are in September of 2022. How have you felt over the time that you've been a part of the program and a part of our family? How have you felt?
I felt that um the program is it puts me, okay, you have to spare time to learn it, even though I already paid it, but I don't want to take it for granted.
Mm,
So yeah, paid once,
mhm,
one time for the 4 years. I don't want to take it for granted, even though uh, probably in April, May, I didn't active that much, and then do your watching the video, and then make your topic videos, um, and then okay, I have to confess, I haven't touched it when I went back to Indonesia, because we have been here 5 years, so we have been back to Indonesia. So yeah, there I in Indonesia, I have very exciting. So we spend a lot wonderful trips there with our
mhm.
friends and their families. So
Yeah.
and then came back here in America. I said, okay, I have to start to working in my English lessons.
Yeah.
So that's why I text to Kathy, ask her about uh, our Google meetings, and then Kathy introduced me. She said that she mentioned about the conversation with the every Thursday with teacher Joseph, and
Mhm.
uh, every once in the 2 weeks with teacher Carly. Oh,
Mhm.
I said, okay, that's good. That's I have a time. I mean, I have to prepare that time for the chat. I mean, the opportunity to have the conversations. So that's
Yeah.
put me in the spot. I'm good.
Good, good,
Yeah.
good. I know you mentioned Katty, one of our members, our family members. She's also
Yeah.
amazing. Good.
Yes, it is amazing.
Yeah. So how are you currently studying? You know, I have the lessons prepared for you all. How are you currently studying? Do you get up in the morning and set aside a certain amount of time? Do you study in the afternoon or in the evening? How are you currently studying the lessons in the program? What's your
That's a,
study routine?
okay, that's a good question. Um, I'm not good in the time management. That's why
Okay.
I want to ask you.
Okay.
Uh, you, I know that you are very good in the management and very detailed. Could you please teach me about that? And then you make the book.
So I can't make a book because I'm teaching English.
Yeah, and
Um,
you can show me that. Yeah, I mean, just a
I can
short.
give you a tip right now. Now I'll say
Okay,
as I give you the tip, I advise writing it down. So the main thing you need to you got to get a pen. I see you looking at me. You got to get a pen. All right.
okay,
So the main thing is when it comes to studying something, whether it be English or something else, right? You
okay,
first need to figure out when you are the most productive. For example, I am an early bird. I get up early every morning. So in the morning, that's the best time for me to do things, work, study, even exercise. So for you, Herlina, is it the morning, is it the afternoon, or is it the evening? When are you most productive out of those three times? No, you can
okay.
answer. Do you
I
like the
haven't.
morning, afternoon, or evening?
Um, Actually, I like in the evening.
Evening.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
evening.
So you like the evening. So what you need to figure out is, for example, how much time can you set aside? Remember, it's about consistency. So if you say, okay, I like the evenings more. Now, I know you have a family, you have a husband, so there are probably other things you have to do in the evening. So you have to think realistically, how much time can you set aside just for English?
At
Not
least one
for
hour.
1 hour. All right. So you need to set aside, is that at 7 p.m.? Is that at 8 p.m.? Is that at 9 p.m.? You decide what that time is, but now it's up to you to stick to it. That's
Eight,
the key, is
okay, 8 to
sticking to
9.
it. At 9 p.m.,
At eight
8 to
o'clock to
9.
9.
All
Yes.
right. So then write that down and starting today from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., study. That's how
Okay.
you do it. It's really just about being consistent. You've selected that time. Let your husband know. If you have children, let your children know, hey, mommy, or I am going to be busy from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And you dedicate that time to studying English, and then you'll start to see even more improvement. But if one day it's 8 o'clock, the next day you forget, and the following day you don't do it, maybe you do it in the morning, then your body doesn't have anything that it can follow. Like it needs to follow a system, right? So if 8 p.m. is your time, starting today, 8 p.m., study. And then you won't feel stressed because you know for a fact you've done your studies for the day. That kind of makes sense?
Yes. So even it's I feel like it's slow, but it doesn't matter. Just
Nope.
being consistent. Right.
Exactly. Consistency is key. So remember, you feel it's slow only because you're comparing yourself to somebody else. Remember earlier you said one of the things is comparing. This is about Herlina. It's about your progress. So Herlina, if you know one more word than you knew yesterday, you are succeeding. You are moving forward. Don't worry about anybody else. Consistency is key. And once you're consistent, you'll start to see a lot of improvement. What happens with a lot of English learners that I've spoken to or worked with or taught is that they'll get excited and they'll work hard for maybe a month and then they go on vacation or then they
Yeah.
do something else and they stop.
Yeah.
The key is consistency. All right. So again, starting today, 8 o'clock is the time that you've chosen. Be consistent and don't be stressed because now the next day you won't feel bad about your English. Why? Because you know, I did study at 8 o'clock last night and I will study at 8 o'clock today. This is all about confidence as well. It's interesting the way the mind works. You are also looking at yourself. And when you don't follow the plan, or when you don't do what you said you were going to do, you actually get not upset, but you start to look at yourself like, Herlina, why didn't you do what you said you were going to do? And that decreases your confidence. So when you do what you plan to do, that will build your confidence as well. And that will affect your English ability. Kind of make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, good, good. All right, I want to ask you one more question before we end. So,
Okay.
Herlina, again, you've been a part of the program since March or February. You can't remember one of those 2 dates. And I know you went to Indonesia. That's fine, of course. You know, you take a little break with your family. But I want to ask, if you were to give some advice to other English learners that they're not at your level just yet, what advice, what one piece of advice would you give to another English learner?
I would advise that learning a language is take time. First, you have to love that language. How to love the language, enjoy that language, and know their the culture. Try to love their culture. If you not love their culture, how will you enjoy to learn their language? And then the second is just like you say, consistency. Yeah, consistency.
I like that. I like that.
Oh yeah, the third
thing.
That's my. I mean, I experienced that, and then I nail it. What you say. Be confident before you speak. Well,
yes.
All is well.
I've seen that movie too. All is well. The movie.
Oh, you see that? Okay,
I've seen it
that's
too.
good.
Yes, the movie, the Indian movie, Three Idiots. Yes,
Yeah.
All is well. I liked it. It was a good.
It's a good movie. I watched it several times.
Same. I love it. I love it. Yes. Well, that is very true. Yes, be confident before you start speaking. Well, Herlina, I really enjoyed this conversation. I'm happy that I got to know you a little bit more. I see you, in some of our classes, but I feel like I know you a little bit better. So thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, same with me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.